Hello and welcome to Philip's Thoughts. This is the Chocolate Lovers or the Chocolate Holics edition. We're going to make some candy. Starting off with some coconut. Yes, I like nuts. And I've got my hot cocoa here to go with it. And what I'm making here is a homemade version of a coconut almond joy. It's relatively easy to make, only 3 simple ingredients really. So sit back and enjoy. And here I'm trying to get all the last goodiness of the marshmallow cream out of the jar. I think they found a better way to do that. The jars just aren't shaped good. I need to come up with a better way for that stuff. Everything's all white, but it will get chocolatey, I swear. Now this is the only hard part of the recipe, is getting this stuff mixed in. Could just go in there with your hands, you know, a pair of clean hands would probably work this out a lot faster than the big spoon there, but hey, trying to be a little neat. Anyways. Oh, actually, I guess there are 4 ingredients. We've got the coconut, we've got the marshmallow cream, we're gonna have some almonds on here, otherwise it would just be a Mounds remake. And then we're going to go ahead and add some chocolate on top of that. And then we're going to do some other chocolate covered goodies. So stick around till the end. So after a while, we've got it all nice and mixed up there. Just making sure we've got all that together. And then what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and grab a smaller spoon so I can try to get, you know, similar size amounts in each one of our candies. One more mashing through. And this is something you can always get your kids to do too. You know, kids like playing with Play-Doh, and that's kind of what this stuff's like. And you know, just gonna shape it here. You know, if you had molds, you could use those. Yeah, you can make these as big as you want if you want some really large ones. And here I am. I got my pan. And again, our cook's secret weapon, you know, the parchment paper there. You know, if duct tape's the handyman's secret weapon, parchment paper is the cook's secret weapon. Because this will not stick on there at all. So, and what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead, we'll get these laid out, and then we will add our almonds on top. And then what we're going to do before we cover them with chocolate, we want to get these to cool down a little bit. Not that they're hot or anything, they're just, you know, room temperature ingredients here. But just having them chilled a little bit helps with the coating of the chocolate, I think. Because the chocolate's going to be warm, and you really don't want all that marshmallow to melt into there. So here I am. Oh, lost the nut. So we're going to get our almonds. Add those on there. If you're really into almonds, you could cover this thing all over with almonds. It's all up to you. Remember that. As we're cooking here, you know, we've got the basic ideas. We just need to and time goes by and we've got it all done. So, good to go. And we're going to pop those into the fridge, or you can put them into the freezer for a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and get our chocolate going. And this is just a package of the chocolate almond bark. I'm not sure why they call it bark or almond. I don't think there's any almonds involved in this. But you're just going to go ahead and slice this up, you know, shave it. So we've got, you know, nice smaller pieces like that. It's just going to help it melt easier. And then we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of some semi-sweet chocolate chips to kind of enrich that a little bit. Okay, we're going to add a lot. I lied. We're going to go ahead and add, you know, probably about 3 cups or so. You know, you can go more than that if you want. And then we're going to put that on the bath. We're going to give it a bath. We're going to put it on a hot water bath. It's just a small pan. I've got my old mixing bowl there, just trying to get that lined up. And you just want to have that simmering under there. Don't really want to have it boiling. You just want to have it simmering. And as you stir, every so often, just kind of come back, give it a little stir. It'll, you know, melt more and more. Now, one trick you could do with this, experiment with your chocolates. Try out different types of chocolate. This is just a basic recipe. Occasionally, if I have some real dark chocolate that I've tried, but it was like, man, it's just like too bitter just to eat on its own. It has like a real high cacao content. And what I'll do is I'll save those and add that to the bark, and that will enrich the flavor of that. And as you can see here, as time goes by, it's just getting creamier and creamier, and it will eventually get nice and smooth. Okay, and the lighting's different there, so it makes my chocolate look a lot darker over here on the table for some reason. So, and I'm just going to go ahead and, set those in there gently and just cover them up. And I use a fork for this, and then you just have to kind of shake, tap it a little bit there, just to get that excess chocolate off. Not that a lot of chocolate's not good. If you want a thicker chocolate on there, go for it. But we've got a lot of candy to make, so we're going to be using a lot of different things here in our chocolate. So. Now, occasionally, if you're doing like I am here, where I just have a pad underneath there, the chocolate may start to firm up. It's going to chill down. And that may make it harder to, coat your candies. So what you'll need to do is just take it back over, set it on that water bath. Or if you have like a little hot plate, you could set up the water bath on that and just have it on a low setting, just enough to keep it warm and flowing. So. And we'll slide over and see we've got a bunch of those done over on the side. And I'm just laying these out on foil. The chocolate will come right off of that, once it's hardened. And you can tell by the difference there, the sheen changes on those candies. And here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some chocolate covered pretzels. Now, these can be expensive if you buy them in a store. Really, it's ridiculous because, you can buy a package of pretzels for a couple bucks and, chocolate's not that expensive. So, this is a quick and easy treat that you can make anytime. During Christmas, they've got these ones that are shaped, like stockings and stars and bells and trees, etc. And those work out really great, for having, on your Christmas table in the morning. So, and, kids can have fun with this, They like playing with the chocolate, they may get more chocolate on themselves than they do on the candies, but hey, it's all good Christmas fun, right? Now stick around to the end. There's gonna be a I don't want to say surprise candy at the end, but just a little trick to try. Trick to show your friends, show your kids. And here, just to spruce them up, as they're, as long as they're still wet and not hard, you can go ahead and add sprinkles. Different types of sprinkles. You can see here, I've gone through and I've done a couple different types there. Now what I'm doing here is I've got a small bowl. I'm going to go ahead and transfer some of the melted chocolate over to the bowl. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some chocolate covered nuts. We're going to do some chocolate covered peanuts. Some chocolate covered peanut clusters. Those are some favorites around the house. And again, this is all just using the same batch of chocolate. You make one big batch of chocolate, you can, sit there and just crank out a bunch of different candies and, have a nice little platter ready for, your visit over to Grandma's for Christmas. So. And this is something the whole family can get involved in too, so. Must be fighting getting the bag of nuts open here or something. Alright, And you're gonna have to eyeball this. It's kind of hard to say, depending on how warm your chocolate is. If it's gonna, or if it's thicker, it's not gonna coat as easy. So you just have to kind of eyeball it with the amount of nuts that you want. And if you like a lot of nuts, you may squeeze a lot more nuts in there, or as little as you want. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add some more nuts on there. I want to make sure you're getting nuts in every bite. So, of course, you can see I'm kind of wearing a little bit of chocolate on my hand there. So, even us grown-ups get messy at Christmas time. So. Like I was saying, these little chocolate covered pretzels, yeah, you could end up buying like a little tray of these or something like that for like $5-6, and just for a couple dollars you can have so many more. And here I'm just doing little nut clusters. If you wanted to, you could make yourself a nice big candy bar out of this. And again, I'm just breaking out the sprinkles. Make some of them a little bit more festive. Some folks may or may not like the sprinkles. Kids usually like sprinkles, so it's all good. Now here I'm going to go ahead and do some more nuts. This here I'm using some almonds. I love almonds. Chocolate covered almonds are great. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do here. And almonds are supposed to be healthier for you than peanuts, so that makes the chocolate that much more healthy for you too. And again, putting these out, like I said, if you want, you can make yourself a nice big, Hershey almond bar, homemade Hershey almond bar if you want. But here we're just doing, the small little. And just add a little bit of sprinkles there. Got some snowflakes on those. And just kind of showing, what we knocked out there. Several different kinds of candies pretty quick. Zoomed in there. What chocoholic, could pass that up? Come on, that's some grade A chocolate going on there. All right, now here's our little special one that we're doing. And, you're thinking, oh, you're just putting some marshmallows and covering those with chocolate. Hey, what's the big deal there? Well, the big deal is, like with my hot chocolate here, I put some of those in, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but, it melts, adds more chocolate to your hot chocolate, and then you get your marshmallows, on top of that. So, something fun for the kids, they can actually just, watch their candy melt in their cup, so, some wonderful stuff. Now, if you wanted to, I just thought of this, you could take some Honey Graham, or I think it's Honey Graham or Golden Graham cereal, and you know what? You can make a s'more. You could do little s'mores. Add some of that to the mix there, and then you'd have your graham crackers and marshmallows and chocolate all in one. So yeah, it's a good idea, It's amazing what we can think of, you just got to think of the combinations and, how you want to, What do you like? What can you do? That's what cooking's all about, you know. Good food, good, you know, good flavor combinations, but hey, experiment. And here we got a nice close-up of the candies. Took this outside. We got wonderful warm weather, but hey, if you like this, please like, share, subscribe, follow. Come on back for some more. Until next time, keep thinking up new ideas. And yeah, let's have fun.